Hi, and welcome to another behind the scenes video. If you're watching this, you are probably a patron of the channel, and for that, I deeply thank you. You have no idea how lonely YouTube is. Basically, it's me walking around with this camera pointing at my face and everyone staring at me, sitting at the laptop doing a little editing, and then staring endlessly at my analytics going, is somebody watching? How can I make them watch? And with all of that, let's talk about, well, how we got here, where we are in the trip, and where we might go in the future.
Huevos estrodados con patatas y jamón. No, gracias.
So by now you have probably seen the video of me, well, having to make a YouTube video for some guy who was running a restaurant over there in the Moroccan sector. I want to give you the behind the scenes version of this. It was a trip. So Nikki and I were just kind of walking around that street. I think we were just trying to come back from somewhere, find our way home. And this guy just saw the camera and went, "Oh, you're a YouTuber. How much is that camera?" And just started talking. And the next thing I know, we're being ushered into his restaurant. And then after that, he just decided he wanted me to make a video for him. Now, his boss showed me something that someone else had made. It was a really highly polished, slick, and it was everything that I'm not. And he wanted me to make him something like that. Well, I told him I could film things and I would put it in a YouTube video. But all of a sudden he had these ideas and he's running around constantly getting people to come in, eat free pastries. You know, every time he was going to serve somebody, he's like, stop, come over and film this. So every single time that I wanted to have a sip of my tea, he was grabbing me and yanking me out, and it just became hilarious. I was just having so much fun with this guy. In my head, I know I'm not going to give him what he wants, but at the same time, I'm going to get something that's going to be really fun. The thing that he wants, it's a lot like Casey Neistat, if you've ever seen that. You don't go to Casey for a polished advertising video. You go for a Casey Neistat video. I'm not Casey, but if you ask me to do something, you're going to get a Rick Higgins video. And that's pretty much what he's going to get. Oh, hey, look, a little optional walkway. Do you think we should try this? I'm going with no. Okay, I have questions. A fire extinguisher. I am in the middle of nowhere. I am in the middle of a cliff. What am I supposed to put out with that? If this entire place goes up in flames, I mean, maybe, if a person catches themselves on fire, I could help with that, but I don't understand why. Okay, so you want a little extra behind the scenes action, and forgive the echo. I am sitting in Galicia in a big white apartment with nothing in it, so it bounces when you talk in here. We do have a giant change coming, and I'm going to get to that in the behind the scenes part, well, after this next behind the scenes part, but I have to explain what happened while we were in Madrid. We went and had a pig's ear. If you've seen that video already that's popping up, yeah, it literally was a big, fleshy, meaty pig's ear. The things was happening in the restaurant I didn't want to put in, but I'm going to put into this video. There were some folks outside who may have been a little happy, and honestly, we were kind of happy too. I had to cut a lot out because drunken camera doesn't really make for a good YouTube video, but I do want to show you. And let's just roll and you can see what.
Encanto de mujer y en general todos y vamos, ¿habéis comido bien?
And yes, Nikki makes friends wherever she goes, and I gotta process this. I have to explain this one tomorrow because tonight I got nothing. So yeah, all of that happened. It was a lot of fun. It was an absolute blast. I'm so happy we found that place. It was also really expensive. That little night that we had, 150 euros. Granted, there were 3 of us, but we had a few drinks, I suppose, and those things added up. But yeah, that was good. But now we got to talk about something serious. And, I don't know if you're going to like it or not. Things are changing, and they are changing in ways that I really didn't want them to change, and they're changing in ways that other people don't want them to change either. I have to be very delicate with what I'm about to share with you. Now, personally, I'll tell you anything about my life. I don't really care. But the kind of changes that are happening are affecting other people. They're affecting my family, and I have to respect their privacy. So forgive me if I dance around some specifics. For those of you who do not know, I quit my job at the end of last year because I had a mental breakdown. I had to get away from anything, everything that was causing this. And basically, I decided to travel around the world for a year. Well, I'm going to have to cut that short by 6 months because things are happening back home with my family that require me to be there, whether I'm healthy or not. And how that plays in with my YouTube channel, how that plays in with my recovery, how that plays in with everything that I'm trying to do is still yet to be determined. Now, I may or may not get into the details of this in a future video because what I'm about to go through, what we are going through right now, affects a lot of people of my age. And, well, I don't know how to deal with it yet. I don't know how much I can share with you. I don't know how much help I can be with other people. So I'm going to leave that on the table for now. We'll get back to that sometime in the future. As far as this, the behind the scenes, the YouTube channel, we had some plans. We were going to travel the world for a year, and then we were going to do van life, bus life, shuttle life, whatever it was. We were going to build a mobile home on wheels, and we were going to kind of cruise around the United States, and then we were going to head down south to Costa Rica, Panama, somewhere in Central America, and do some homesteading. Plant the bus there, throw up some renewable panels and energy and this and that, and just kind of live off the land and try to have a simpler life. And a lot of things have been happening that are going to force that to come a little early. One is, well, if I need to be in Virginia around my family, then maybe I should take those couple of months and build out whatever wheeled vehicle we're going to build. And also, as you can see in the news, there's a lot of things happening in the United States. I've been frustrated, very, very frustrated with my country of origin, and the things that have been happening, the atrocities that have been happening lately have just pushed me over the edge, and I don't want to be in the States anymore. So a lot of what is going to be changing is sort of hyper accelerating all the things we'd already planned. So in July, I'll be back in Virginia. Now I've got 2 more trips. I'm going to go around the UK, London, Scotland, England, all that stuff. I'm going to spend some time in Iceland for a few weeks. And then I'm back in Virginia. And what that means for the channel, I have no idea yet. But things are going to be a pivoting, and I hope that you'll stick with me. And I hope that you'll find it interesting. Experiences is what I'm trying to sell, and experiences is what will continue happening. I may have to slow down a little bit depending on what kind of responsibility I have when I get there. And then we're going to have to accelerate what we do, where we live, and the experiences that we have. And we will probably be on 4 wheels in a big bulbous bus with everything that we have inside of it, heading south of the border to try to find a little more peaceful life. That's the plan currently. That's the behind the scenes. Whether that all actually plays out or not, I don't know. Honestly, my brain is completely right now because I wasn't expecting everything that's happening to happen, but it did. And that's where we are. That's what has left us, well, that's what has left us shortening this trip. So be healthy, be happy, and now you'll probably understand why I say that so often. Yeah, the experiences that we do can make you happy, but without health, without mental health, without physical health, it's really all for naught. But anyway, I wish you the best, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you real soon.